Okay, so hello, welcome to another video we're going to be doing in Premiere Pro. Let's put some text on the screen. So we can just press the text button. I'm just going to put the word text in like that. Okay, so we look at the text, what we've got access to. You can see this. These are the things that appear in the text. We've got our masking layers. You also have source text and also transform. So if we want to do like a movement transform, what we could do is, say we want it to end. Okay, so we choose a spot here. We could then create a position keyframe. And then we could move the position off to the side. And then it would come into the middle there. Could also do a shape as well. So we go back to this spot here. I think if we shift, if you shift, you're going to be able to sync the CTI to the, well, whatever this one's called. It looks like a CTI in the timeline, right? That's definitely called the CTI, this one. Okay, let's put a shape on top of it so we can do a rectangle shape. Thank you. So we can draw that over the text like this. And we're just going to call it, I don't know, grey rectangle for now. And then we can drag that underneath and then we'll be able to see it. Pin to text. And let's click that. Let's see what happens now. And you can see when you do that, so you have to click in this responsive design position section, you do pin to text, and then you click in the middle here. And what that will mean that you're, so if we were to take a look at the, it's kind of an interesting one because it doesn't actually, but I guess it doesn't create a second keyframe within because the grey rectangle, this is in the text one, the text is simply in text transform position, right? But if we look here, this is the position for the grey rectangle, this value here. It is moving, it is changing, but it's not actually, because you're simply making it respond to that, it's not actually going to change in exactly that way. And I think so essentially any shape that you create here, shape, right? So say I drew another, this time I'm going to draw an ellipse. This time I'm just drawing a simple ellipse. And what we're going to do, call that one grey ellipse. And again, we're going to make sure we have it on a slightly lower position here. Pin to text. And we're going to click that as well. So now again, if we look at the beginning, you can see it's following the path of the text. And again, if we go into the grey ellipse, we look at the position, that position is changing, but it's not representing that in the timeline. Because that data is not stored there. I think that I imagine, like, so the question then it entails, right? Like if it's moving to the right, so what would happen then? Say we moved, let's just do like a theoretical idea. Say we move this ellipse. So we know it's going to go to the right like that, right? So theoretically, what we could try is we could see what happens if we actually just change the actual. So again, just to, and the way I do things, by the way, I'm sort of like a little bit over the top with just mentioning exactly where everything is all the time. Purely it's actually to keep myself more grounded. So you would think, right, if we then did position saying moving downwards here, it would then move to the right and down. It would move diagonally to the right. So that's the theory, right? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this point here. Can we actually maybe... So this is the end point here. So it's best to move the end point. If I could just grab it, please. Yep. So say this is probably where the end point's going to be. We're going to move diagonally to the right. I imagine, right? So there's the shape for the grey ellipse. So what is actually happening at this point? Okay, so it's doing that, right? So now we're going to try to see what happens if we move this grey ellipse. You can already see that it's going to be going. I guess it just knows it's following. It's actually kind of like a cool effect as well to do it like that.